Hello everyone, and welcome. In this video, we'll be diving into the world of Power BI, focusing specifically on one of the most important concepts, Power BI Service. This session is brought to you by ZoomInData, your space for learning business intelligence and data analytics. So, let's get started and understand how Power BI connects to different data sources and why this process is so essential in today's data-driven world. First question: what is Power BI Service, and how does it differ from Power BI Desktop? Power BI Service is a cloud-based platform where users can publish, view, and share reports and dashboards online. Power BI Desktop is a local application used primarily for creating reports, performing data modeling, and designing visualizations before publishing. While Power BI Desktop focuses on report creation, Power BI Service provides collaboration, sharing, and dashboarding capabilities. Power BI Service also supports features like role-based access control, row-level security, RLS, scheduled refreshes, and app distribution, which are not available in desktop. Second question: can you explain the step-by-step process to publish a report from Power BI Desktop to Power BI Service? Open your report in Power BI Desktop and ensure the PBIX file is saved on your system. Click on the Publish button on the Home ribbon. You will be prompted to sign in with your Power BI account. Select the workspace where you want to publish the report, either My Workspace or a shared workspace. Once the upload is complete, log into Power BI Service via a web browser to confirm the report is available and ready for sharing or dashboard creation. Third question: what are the different licensing options in Power BI Service, and what are their limitations? Free license can create reports and dashboards in My Workspace, but cannot share, collaborate, or publish content to shared workspaces. Pro license can share, collaborate, and publish content to shared workspaces, but both creators and consumers must have Pro licenses, and dataset size is limited to 1 GB per dataset. Premium license provides dedicated capacity, larger dataset support, paginated reports, incremental refresh, AI features, and the ability to share with free users, but comes at higher organizational cost and some setup or admin is required. Fourth question: is it possible to publish a report without a Power BI Pro license? Explain your answer. Yes, users can publish reports to their personal My Workspace using a free license. However, sharing reports with others or publishing to shared workspaces requires a Pro license. In premium workspaces, Pro users can share reports with free users, but free users alone cannot share or collaborate. Therefore, without a Pro license, publishing is limited to personal viewing, and collaborative features are restricted. Fifth question: what is the difference between My Workspace and a shared workspace when publishing reports? My Workspace is a personal environment where an individual can create and manage reports and dashboards without collaboration. Shared workspaces, app workspaces, allow team collaboration, enabling multiple users to contribute to reports and dashboards. Shared workspaces support role-based access, admin, member, contributor, viewer, while My Workspace does not support such granular roles. Publishing to shared workspaces allows users to create apps and distribute content across an organization securely. Sixth question: how can you publish a PBIX file from Power BI Desktop to Power BI Service? Open the report in Power BI Desktop and verify that all visuals and data connections are correct. Click on the Publish button in the Home ribbon. Sign into your Power BI service account if prompted. Choose the workspace, My Workspace or a shared workspace, where the report should be published. Confirm the report is successfully uploaded by checking it in the Power BI Service web portal. 7th question. How can you update a published report in Power BI Service after making changes in Power BI Desktop? Open the PBIX file in Power BI Desktop and make the necessary changes. Example: add visuals, update measures, or modify data. Save the PBIX file locally. Click Publish again and select the same workspace where the report was originally published. The updated report will overwrite the existing version in Power BI Service, and any dashboards or apps linked to it will reflect the changes. 8th question. How can you connect a Power BI report in Desktop to a live dataset in Power BI Service? In Power BI Desktop, go to Get Data and then Power BI Datasets. Sign in with your Power BI Service account and select the desired dataset from the available workspaces. The report now connects directly to the live dataset, ensuring that any updates in the dataset are automatically reflected in the report. This approach eliminates the need to import data, enabling real-time analytics and collaborative report building. 9th question. How can you check the version history of a report published to Power BI Service? Log into Power BI Service and navigate to the workspace where the report is published. Click on the report, then select Settings and then Version History, available for datasets and reports. Review the previous versions, including the published date, author, and changes made. If needed, you can restore an earlier version to revert the report to a previous state. 10th question. What steps would you take to troubleshoot if a published report is not visible to certain users in Power BI Service? Confirm that the report is published in a workspace that the user has access to and that the user is assigned the correct role. Check whether the user has a Power BI Pro license if the workspace is not premium. Verify row-level security (RLS) settings to ensure that the data is not restricted for specific users. Ensure that the report or dashboard has been explicitly shared with the intended users using their email addresses. 11th question. What is the difference between a report, a dashboard, and an app in Power BI Service? A report in Power BI Service is a collection of one or more pages of interactive visualizations, charts, and tables that are created from a dataset. It allows users to explore and analyze data in depth and often contains filters, slices, and drill-through functionality. A dashboard is a single-page canvas that consolidates visuals, called tiles, from one or multiple reports or datasets. It provides a high-level overview of key metrics for quick insights and decision-making. An app is a packaged collection of dashboards and reports that can be published to a broader audience. Apps are generally read-only for end users and are used to distribute content in a controlled and organized manner across an organization. In summary, reports are for analysis, dashboards are for monitoring, and apps are for distribution and consumption. 12th question. What are tiles in Power BI dashboards, and how do they update automatically? In Power BI Service, a tile is an individual visualization or chart pinned from a report to a dashboard. It serves as a snapshot of a specific data point or metric. Tiles can display a variety of content, including charts, KPIs, images, web content, or even live data feeds. Tiles automatically update whenever the underlying dataset is refreshed, ensuring that the dashboard reflects the latest available data. Users can interact with tiles by clicking to drill into the report for more detailed analysis, making them both informative and interactive. 13th question. What are the main advantages of creating an app in Power BI service? Apps provide a centralized way to distribute dashboards and reports to a large number of users without giving them editing permissions. They enable role-based access control, so content is only visible to authorized users, ensuring data security. Apps are read-only, which prevents accidental modification of dashboards or reports by end users while allowing them to interact with visuals. Updating an app is easy because any changes made in the underlying workspace automatically propagate to the app, ensuring that all users see the latest version of the content. 14th question. How do dashboard alerts work in Power BI service, and how can they help business users? Dashboard alerts allow users to monitor specific KPI tiles for thresholds or target values, such as sales exceeding a limit or costs dropping below budget. Alerts can be configured for numeric values and send notifications via email or mobile app when conditions are met. They help business users take timely action without manually checking dashboards, improving responsiveness. Alerts are configurable for frequency and conditions, ensuring users receive relevant notifications without being overwhelmed by alerts. 15th question. What is the difference between pinned visuals and pinned reports when creating dashboards in Power BI service? Pinned visuals refer to individual charts, KPIs, or tables from a report that are pinned to a dashboard. They provide a focused snapshot of a single metric or visualization. Pinned reports allow you to pin an entire report page or multiple visuals from a report to a dashboard, maintaining context and interactivity. Pinned visuals give users flexibility to customize layout, while pinned reports provide broader analytical context. Choosing between pinned visuals or reports depends on whether the dashboard is intended for high-level monitoring or for detailed analysis. 16th question. How can you pin a report visual to a dashboard in Power BI service? Open the desired report in Power BI service or desktop and identify the visual you want to pin. Hover over the visual and click the pin icon to pin it. Select either an existing dashboard or create a new dashboard for the pinned visual. The visual will appear as a tile on the dashboard and will automatically update whenever the underlying dataset is refreshed. 17th question. How can you create a dashboard in Power BI service using visuals from multiple reports? In Power BI service, create a new dashboard from the dashboard menu. Navigate to each report you want to include, hover over the desired visuals, and click Pin. Choose the new dashboard as the destination for each visual, allowing visuals from different reports to appear on the same dashboard. Organize the tiles on the dashboard to create a cohesive layout that provides clear insights from multiple reports in a single view. 18th question. How can you build a Power BI app and share it with users in your organization? Create a workspace and ensure all the relevant reports and dashboards are published there. Click on Create App in the workspace and configure the navigation, theme, and layout of the app. Assign access permissions by entering the email addresses of specific users or security groups. Publish the app, after which users can access it via a link or from their app's menu, providing a structured and read-only view of reports and dashboards. 19th question. How can you set up alerts on a KPI tile in a Power BI dashboard to monitor critical metrics? Navigate to the dashboard and locate the KPI tile where an alert is required. Click the ellipsis on the tile and select Manage Alerts. Define the alert conditions, such as when a value exceeds or falls below a specified threshold, and set the frequency of notifications. Power BI will send email or mobile notifications whenever the KPI meets the defined criteria, helping users respond proactively to business changes. 20th question. How can you organize dashboard tiles effectively for better usability in Power BI service? Arrange tiles logically, grouping related metrics or KPIs together to ensure the dashboard is intuitive. Resize tiles to emphasize critical metrics and provide a visual hierarchy that guides the user's attention. Use sections or containers for grouping related visuals and maintain consistent formatting across the dashboard. Organize the dashboard to allow users to find key insights quickly and interact seamlessly with tiles for deeper analysis. 21st question. How can you share a report in Power BI service? Explain the available options and differences. Power BI service provides several sharing options including Share Report, Publish to App, Embed in Microsoft Teams, and Share via Workspace Access, each designed for different collaboration scenarios. The Share option allows direct sharing with specific users or groups, but requires both sender and receiver to have a Pro license unless it is shared from a premium workspace. Sharing via a workspace gives users broader control, view or edit, depending on their assigned workspace role. Publishing the report through apps provides a managed and organized distribution experience, suitable for large audiences with fewer risks of accidental changes. 22nd question. What is the difference between sharing a report and sharing a dashboard in Power BI service? Sharing a report gives access to multi-page, interactive visuals where users can slice, filter, and explore detailed data. Sharing a dashboard provides a curated, single-page view composed of pinned visuals, tiles, from one or more reports. Report sharing is best for deep analysis, while dashboard sharing is suited for quick decision-making and monitoring KPIs. Dashboards allow users to set alerts, which is not possible directly on report visuals. 23rd question. Explain row-level security, RLS, and how it affects shared reports. Row-level security, RLS, restricts data at the row level, ensuring each viewer only sees data they are authorized to view. It works through roles and filters defined in Power BI Desktop and enforced in Power BI Service. When a report with RLS is shared, users automatically view filtered data based on the role assigned to them, without any need for separate report versions. RLS enhances security and compliance by preventing unauthorized visibility, even if users try to export or analyze the dataset. 24th question. What is the difference between view and edit permissions in Power BI service? View permissions allow users to open reports, interact with visuals, apply slices, and export data, if allowed, but prevent any modifications. Edit permissions provide access to modify reports, create new visuals, publish changes, or even manage datasets depending on workspace roles. Users with edit permissions can save changes back to the workspace, which may impact all viewers. Viewers cannot create new reports using the dataset unless the dataset owner explicitly enables this option. 25th question. What is a content pack and how does it differ from apps in Power BI service? A content pack is an older method of bundling dashboards, reports, and datasets for sharing within an organization. Content packs required users to install them manually and did not provide centralized updates or governance. Apps replaced content packs with a more modern, secure, and organized distribution mechanism that allows controlled updates and easy rollout to large audiences. Apps support automatic updates, version control, better navigation, and are preferred for enterprise-level sharing. 26th question. How would you check and review who has access to a report in Power BI service? Open the report, click the ellipsis, then Manage Permissions, and view the detailed access panel. Review all users and groups listed under Direct Shares, Workspace Access, and Inherited Permissions. Use the Permission Details tab to see whether users have view or edit access, including whether they can reshare or export data. Adjust permissions, remove users, or add new users directly from the same interface for better governance. 27th question. How do you assign, read, and edit permissions when sharing content, and what are the differences? Navigate to the report or dataset settings and select Manage Permissions. From here, you can assign users either read, view, or edit privileges. Read permission allows users to interact with the report but prevents them from making modifications or saving any changes. Edit permission allows users to modify visuals, create new reports from the dataset, and potentially publish updated versions. These permissions ensure controlled collaboration, preventing unauthorized changes while enabling creators to delegate work where needed. 28th question. How do you implement RLS and share the report securely with assigned roles? In Power BI Desktop, define roles and filters by going to Modeling, then Manage Roles, and assigning conditions such as region equals south. Publish the report to Power BI service and navigate to security settings in the dataset. Add users to the appropriate roles so they automatically receive filtered data when accessing the report. Share the report normally. RLS rules ensure that each user only views the portion of the data assigned to their role. 29th question. How can you revoke access from a user who previously had access to a shared report? Go to the report in Power BI service, click Manage Permissions, and view the list of all users who have access. Select the user you want to remove and click Remove Access to revoke their permissions immediately. Power BI instantly disables the shared link and the user loses access to the report across all devices. You can also remove workspace access for users who had broader permissions through workspace roles. 30th question. How can you share a dashboard with external users outside your organization? Ensure external sharing is enabled in Power BI Admin Portal, as it is often disabled by default for security reasons. Open the dashboard, click Share, and enter the external user's email address, which must be a business domain unless guest access allows personal accounts. Power BI adds the external user as an Azure AD guest, allowing them to access shared content with proper permissions. Both your account and the external user must have Power BI Pro licenses, unless the content resides in a premium workspace. 31st question. What is a workspace in Power BI service, and why is it important? A workspace in Power BI service is a collaborative environment where teams can store, organize, develop, and manage reports, dashboards, datasets, data flows, and apps. It acts as a central hub that enables multiple users to work together on shared content rather than maintaining isolated files. Workspaces help maintain consistent versions of content, improving governance and reducing duplication. They ensure secure collaboration by allowing fine-grained access control through user roles and permissions. 30-second question. Explain the difference between My Workspace, Classic Workspace, and the New Workspace experience. My Workspace is a personal workspace for individual use, intended for storing personal reports and dashboards. Collaboration options are extremely limited. Classic workspaces were based on Microsoft 365 groups, with limited governance and less flexibility over access management. New Workspace experience provides granular role-based permissions, improved security, better governance, and seamless app publishing. The New Workspace experience is now the standard, supporting advanced features such as sensitivity labels, permissions control, and dataset certification. 33rd question. What are the different roles in a workspace? Admin has full control, including managing permissions, publishing apps, modifying content, and configuring workspace settings. Member can create, edit, and publish content, but cannot modify workspace settings or assign roles. Contributor can add new reports and datasets, edit their own content, and collaborate, but cannot publish apps or modify other creators' items. Viewer can only view and interact with content. They cannot create, edit, or publish reports or dashboards. 34th question. How do workspaces facilitate collaboration in Power BI service? Workspaces allow teams to collectively develop and refine dashboards, reports, and datasets in a shared environment. Multiple users can simultaneously contribute while role-based permissions ensure proper governance and prevent unauthorized modifications. Shared datasets in workspaces allow team members to build their own reports using the same single source of truth. Workspaces integrate with Teams, SharePoint, and Power BI apps, providing a seamless environment for end-to-end collaboration. 35th question. What are the differences between sharing content through a workspace versus a dashboard or an app? Sharing content in a workspace provides deeper collaboration, allowing users to edit, publish, and interact based on their roles. Sharing a dashboard offers read-based access for consumers who need quick insights but does not support collaborative editing. Sharing via a Power BI app provides a curated, stable version of reports and dashboards for a broader audience without exposing workspace changes. Workspaces support development and collaboration, while apps and dashboards focus on controlled, polished content distribution. 36th question. How does version control and content promotion work within workspaces? Workspaces allow content creators to maintain and update reports, dashboards, datasets, and data flows before pushing them to an app for wider distribution. Content promotion occurs when workspace content is published or updated in a Power BI app, providing users with a consistent, released version. Updates in the workspace do not automatically affect app users until the app is republished, ensuring controlled release cycles. This separation between development, workspace, and consumption, app, acts as a lightweight version control mechanism. 37th question. How would you promote a workspace report into a Power BI app for wider distribution? Ensure the workspace contains the final version of the reports and dashboards intended for distribution. Click Publish App in the workspace, select which reports or dashboards to include, and configure navigation and branding. Assign access to users or groups by adding them under the Permissions section of the app. Publish or update the app. Users receive a notification and can view polished content without accessing the workspace. 38th question. How would you demonstrate how members with different roles see and interact with content differently? Add test users to the workspace under different roles: admin, member, contributor, and viewer. Log in using each account or use screenshots to show how menu options differ based on roles. For example, viewers cannot edit content, while contributors cannot publish apps. Demonstrate actions such as report editing, dataset creation, and app publishing to clearly highlight role-based differences. Show how viewers interact only with published content, while higher roles can modify workspace objects directly. 39th question. Your dashboard is showing outdated data. How can you troubleshoot and fix refresh issues in Power BI service? Start by checking the dataset's refresh history in Power BI service to identify failed refresh attempts, error messages, or scheduled refresh issues. Verify whether the dataset uses a gateway for on-premises sources, and ensure the gateway is online, updated, and configured correctly with valid credentials. Confirm that the data source credentials stored in Power BI service are valid by opening Settings, then Data Source Credentials, and re-authenticating if required. If the dataset is too large or refresh duration exceeds limits, optimize tables, enable incremental refresh, or move the dataset to a premium capacity. 40th question. Explain how incremental refresh works in Power BI service. Incremental refresh enables Power BI to refresh only the new and changed data, instead of refreshing the entire dataset, which improves performance and reduces resource usage. It is configured in Power BI Desktop by defining the range start and range end parameters, then setting policies such as the refresh period, e.g., last 7 days, and archival period, example 5 years. When published to Power BI service, only the most recent data partition is refreshed during scheduled refresh, while older partitions remain unchanged. Incremental refresh is ideal for large datasets, enabling faster refresh cycles, reduced load on data sources, and improved reliability in production systems. 41st question. How would you manage large numbers of reports and dashboards efficiently in a large organization? Organize content using well-structured workspaces, grouped by department, domain, or project, with clearly assigned roles and permissions. Use Power BI apps to distribute curated, stable versions of dashboards and reports to business users, reducing clutter and ensuring controlled updates. Implement governance practices such as naming conventions, dataset certification, sensitivity labels, and workspace lifecycle management to maintain consistency. Consolidate redundant datasets, promote the use of shared certified datasets, and establish version control practices to reduce duplication and improve scalability. 42nd question. A manager wants a dashboard combining datasets from multiple workspaces. How would you approach this requirement? First, ensure that all required datasets are set to allow build permissions, enabling report creators to build new content from shared datasets in different workspaces. Create a new central workspace, or use an existing shared workspace, where the consolidated dashboard will be developed. Build reports from each dataset using Power BI Desktop, then get data, then Power BI datasets, and publish all necessary reports to the central workspace. Pin visuals from multiple reports to create a single unified dashboard in the central workspace and share it with the manager, or publish it as an app for broader access. Thank you for watching this session. If you have any questions, you are welcome to contact ZoomInData through our website, email, or phone. We're always here to support your learning journey. See you in the next video.